Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Monday, September 30th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I sincerely hope you folks enjoyed your weekend, and I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Monday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the remainder of this week, the upcoming weekend, and on to the start of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here. And of course, today is the last day of September. In fact, we are in the final hour in the month of September. Man, hard to believe. Where does time go? Hard to believe that exactly 3 months from now, actually 3 months from tomorrow, in 3 months from today, we will be wrapping up 2024. 3 months from tomorrow, it will be the first day of 2025. So after tonight, we only have 3 months. We only have 3 months left to go in 2024. Hard to believe that we are getting. Hard to believe that the end of the year is getting closer and closer. So after this one, we got October, November. In 2024, after today, we only have October, November, and December left to go. So here, let's start. And here's my featured National Day holiday from my National Day calendar segment here on this Monday night, on this last day of September. Today, of course, was National Love People Day. On this day, National Love People Day asks us to lift up. On this day, National Love People Day asks us to lift others up through the profound power of unconditional love. The human condition is a limiting and varying thing. How and when, where we get to use it is vaguely and oddly defined. What is certain is a roller coaster field of life of celebrations and trials. National Love People Day tasks us to understand that unconditional love requires a dedication most humans. National Love People Day tasks us to understand that unconditional love requires a dedication most human beings aren't giving. But when we wholeheartedly love our neighbors with steadfast devotion, the world is a better place. It's a practical application of love your neighbor as yourself. The word unconditional on its own is quite profound. Look at its synonyms: wholehearted, unqualified, unreserved, unlimited, unrestricted, unmitigated, unquestioning, complete, total, entire, full, absolute, unequivocal. Those words are dedicated, solid, and unwavering from their commitment to something. There are no boundaries or limitations with the word unconditional. Add the word love and the power of the phrase multiplies. So, on National Love People Day, offer kindness and care to the people in your community. Here's how to observe. From a gentle word to the gift of needed resources, love provides all forms of support to the people in your community. Find ways to show unconditional love for your neighbors, colleagues, strangers, and your community. Volunteer. When you volunteer in your community, you do several things. You keep resources and dollars local. Your efforts help those in your immediate surroundings, lifting them up as you do. You also help create resources that demonstrate your love and that of your community. Share. Whether you share your bounty or praise others' contributions to their community, you share a message of love and support for your fellow human beings. Give. Giving to others is an act of love. You may not have much to give, but sometimes people don't need much more than companionship, information, advice, encouragement, or a hug. And all of those are free for the giving. Use hashtag National Love People Day to share on social media. Here is the history behind National Love People Day. Lifeline Church out of Chicago, Illinois, founded National Love People Day in 2017 to inspire the spirit of unconditional love as a national event to bring us all together. The day also honors the church's founders, pastors Regivides and London Royal. Throughout the church, they have shown the Chicagoland area unconditional and unmerited love for more than 10 years. The parish strongly believes that loving God means loving yourself and other people from all walks of life, regardless of race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability. The Royals have brought their vision to life with strategic acts of kindness through the church's mission to show this love. Reach up, reach in, and reach out. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love on Christmas Day. Partnering with Warren Park Elementary School to provide food, clothing, and Christmas gift to a family of 6. Car giveaway. Provided a single mother with a fully paid SUV. Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Collaborated with independent contractors to remodel a home inside and out for a volunteer worker in the church. Love in Action. Members went to the Pride Parade to show love by giving away free hugs and bottled water. Health and Fitness Weekend, partnered with the Royal Ronald McDonald Pediatric Mobile Unit and the National Kidney Foundation to provide free exams to those in the community. Gas giveaway. Gave away $5,000 of free gas giveaway. And share the warmth. Donated winter coats, accessories, and students. I mean, this is most likely based out of Chicago, but it's also across. It's actually out of Chicago. It's across other parts of the country as well. Of course, today you've seen. Of course, today was also Orange Shirt Day. Of course, I'm wearing my orange shirt. I guess to support today, Orange Shirt Day. On this day, Orange Shirt Day promotes awareness about the Indian residential school system still impacting Native American communities in the United States and Canada. Known as National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, the day honors the children forced into Indian boarding schools. In addition, the day also remembers those who never returned home. Indian residential schools, once called American Indian boarding schools, were established in the early 19th century. The schools were developed as an assimilation model to teach Indian children Euro-American ways. Good evening to you, Leslie. How are you doing tonight? How was your day today? Good. I'm glad you're able to join me. How was your day today, Leslie? The schools were developed as an assimilation model to teach Indian children Euro-American ways. Residential schools stripped Native American children of their culture, including their language, customs, music, and traditions. Operated by Christian missionaries, the government forcibly removed Native American children from their homes and families. Because these institutions practiced corporal punishment, children who rebelled would operated by Christian missionaries, the government forcibly removed Native American children from their homes and families. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Miss Leslie. I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to many more to come. Operated by Christian missionaries, the government forcibly removed Native American children from their homes and families. Because these institutions practice corporal punishment, children who rebelled would often suffer brutal treatment. Unfortunately, recent investigations have revealed instances of sexual assault and mental abuse, all because they were Indian. In 1879, Civil War veteran Lieutenant Colonel Richard Henry Pratt built Carline Indian Industrial School in Pennsylvania. Eventually, all 29 states would operate 367 schools in the United States. In 1978, the United States passed the Indian Child Welfare Act. The act gives Native American parents the legal right to deny placement of their children in schools off the reservations. However, some schools will continue to operate well into the 1970s, with the last school officially closing in the 1990s. Some Native American children never returned home, while others were never heard from again. Most of their stories remain untold. Recent excavations unearthed the remains of children on school properties in both Canada and the United States. Many of these graves have little or no record identifying the children, and their tragic fates never reported until now. The process of returning the remains to their families eliminates an inhumane part of American history. So this is one of the main reasons I wear my orange shirt. Wearing orange shirt to show support for those in the Native American community. Support those who did not escape the enduring impact of the trauma. Communities across the United States and Canada commemorate Orange Shirt Day by hosting memorials, candlelight vigils, and walks. Speakers offer a historical perspective to raise awareness. Here's other ways to participate. Listen to stories told by the survivors and their families. Attend an event in your community. Organize an orange shirt event at your work, school, or community. Watch a documentary or movie. Read about Indian boarding schools. Of course, this day was created by Canadian Phyllis Jack Webstad in 2013. She's the author of several books, including Phyllis's Orange Shirt. So, no problem, Miss Leslie. And of course, here are other National Day holidays, including besides today. Today was National, other than today being National Love People Day and Orange Shirt Day, today also was National Hot Mulled Cider Day, National Mud Pack Day. Also today was National Chewing Gum Day. And of course, that's the last of my list of National Day calendar holidays for the entire month of September, as the new month commences tomorrow. And of course, here are the famous people famous Americans that have famous people that we've celebrated birthdays here on this last day of September. Excuse me. Today, movie actress Maddie Ziegler turns 22. Race car driver Max Verstappen turns 27. Guitarist Drew Dirksen turns 28. Movie actress Monica Bellucci turns 60. R&B singer T-Pain turns 40. DJ Chantel Jeffries turns 32. TV actor Ki Hong Lee turns 38. Movie actress Lacey Chabert turns 42. Movie actor Levi Miller turns 22. TV actor Nathan Arenas turns 19. Rapper Ryla Rodriguez turns 31. Rapper Mike Sherman turns 28. Movie actor Kieran Culkin turns 42. TV actress Fran Drescher, famous for The Nanny. TV actress Fran Drescher turns 67. Stage actor Christopher Jackson turns 49. Rapper Bankroll Hayden turns 23. Football player Landon Dickerson turns 26. TV actor Tony Hale turns 54. TV actor Barry Williams turns 70. Soccer player Olivier Giroud turns 38. And reality star Nicole Lita turns 31. Also, reality star Damari Davis turns 28. So those are your famous birthdays that people of our famous Americans that have celebrated their birthday on this day, Monday, September 30th. Now, before I move into my weather segment, I need to I need to discuss with you guys some one of these is earlier today we mourned the loss of two famous sports legends, and both were legends in the professional sports world. One was famous in world of professional basketball, and the other was famous in professional baseball. So of course, I'm sure you have heard earlier today about the sudden and tragic passing of Dikembe Mutombo. So Dikembe Mutombo. So Dikembe Mutombo Moklondo Makombo Jean-Jacques Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo was a Congolese American professional basketball player. Dikembe Mutombo was a Congolese-American professional basketball player. Mutombo played 18 seasons in the National Basketball Association, also known as the NBA. Nicknamed Mount Mutombo for his defensive prowess, he is commonly regarded as one of the best shot blockers and defensive players of all time. Outside of basketball, he was well known for his humanitarian work. A 7'2", 260-pound center, Mutombo moved to the United States from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. A 7 foot 2 inch 260 a 7 foot 2 inch 260 a 7 foot 2 inch 260-pound center, Mutombo moved to the United States from the Democratic Republic of the Congo at age 21 to play college basketball for the Georgetown Hoyas. In 1991, the Denver Nuggets chose Mutombo with the 4th overall pick of the NBA draft. During his NBA career, he played for 6 teams. Mutombo played in the NBA Finals for the Philadelphia 76ers in 2001 and for the New Jersey Nets in 2003. He received the NBA Defensive Player of the Year award 4 times, tied with Ben Wallace and Rudy Gobert for the most awards. Mutombo led the NBA in block shots 3 times, led the league in rebounds twice, and was named to 8 All-Star teams. On January 10, 2007, Mutombo reached second place on the list of. On January 10, 2007, good night, Leslie. On January 10, 2007, Mutombo reached second place on the list of NBA career leaders in block shots. At the conclusion of the 2009 NBA playoffs, Mutombo announced his retirement. His number 55 jersey has been retired by both the Denver Nuggets and the Atlanta Hawks. Mutombo was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame on September 11, 2015. So, Dikembe Mutombo was born on June 25, 1966 in Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo, as one of 10 children of Samuel and Biamba Marie Mutombo. His father worked as a school principal and then in Congo's Department of Education. Mutombo spoke English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and 5 Central African languages, including Lingala and Tshiluba. He was a member of the Luba ethnic group. For high school, Mutombo went to Boboto College in Kinshasa to lay the groundwork for his medical career as the classes were more challenging there. He played football and practiced martial arts. Around age 16, Mutombo decided to also work on his basketball career at the encouragement of his father. Due to his height, he moved to the United States in 1987 at the age of 21 to enroll in college. Mutombo attended Georgetown University on a USAID scholarship. Originally, he intended to become a doctor, but the Georgetown Hoyas basketball coach John Thompson recruited him to play basketball. He spoke almost no English when he arrived at Georgetown and studied in the ESL program. During his first year of college basketball as a sophomore, Mutombo once blocked 12 shots in a game. Georgetown fans created a rejection row section under the basket, adding a big silhouette of an outstretched hand to a banner for each shot blocked during the game. Mutombo was named Big East Defensive Player of the Year twice in 1990 and in 1991. So his professional career began in 1991 with the Denver Nuggets, Atlanta Hawks, and then Philadelphia 76ers. Mutombo was a professional career in several NBA teams. Denver Nuggets from 1991 to 1996. Good evening to you, Rebecca. How are you doing tonight? How was your day today? Denver Nuggets from 1991 to 1996. Atlanta Hawks from 1996 until 2001. Philadelphia 76ers in 2001 and 2002. New Jersey Nets in 2002 and 2003. New York Knicks in 2003 and 2004. Houston Rockets from 2004 until 2009. On Saturday, October 15, 2022, Mutombo announced that he was undergoing treatment for a brain tumor. He died in Atlanta from brain cancer surrounded by his family earlier today on Monday, September 30th, 2024 at the age of 58. Mutombo made a cameo appearance in the 2002 films Juwanna Mann and Like Mike, Mutombo made a cameo appearance in the 2002 films Juwanna Mann and Like Mike, which also mentioned his name in its theme song Basketball. How was your day, Rebecca? In 2012, Mutombo lent his voice and likeness to a 16-bit style flash game released by Old Spice, humorously Dikembe Mutombo's 4.5 weeks to save the world. Mutombo appeared in the Geico auto insurance commercial in February 2013, promoting his shot-blocking ability by applying it to real-world situations. Mutombo co-starred with Kevin Harvick in a Mobil 1 commercial for its annual protection brand saying, "Don't change your oil." Mutombo had a brief cameo in the 2021 film Coming to America as himself. But again, Mutombo passed away earlier today on Monday, September 30th, 2024, at the age of 58 in Atlanta, Georgia. So, man, he would dearly be missed by all colleagues, families, and friends. And also, so we also learned about the sudden tragic death of Pete Edward Rose Sr., better known as Pete Rose. Pete Edward Rose Sr., better known as Pete Edward Rose Sr., simply known as Pete Rose, also known by his nickname Charlie Hustle, was an American professional baseball player and manager. He played in Major League Baseball from 1963 to 1986, most prominently as a member of the Cincinnati Reds lineup known as the Big Red Machine for their dominance of the National League in the 1970s. He was successful playing for the Philadelphia Phillies, where he won his third World Series championship and had a brief stint with the Montreal Expos. He managed the Reds from 1984 to 1989. Rose was a switch hitter and is Major League Baseball's all-time leader in hits and 4,256 hits, 3,562 games played, 14,053 at-bats, 3,215 singles, and 10,228 outs. He won 3 World Series championships, 3 batting titles, 1 Most Valuable Player award, 2 Gold Glove awards, and the Rookie of the Year award. He made 17 All-Star appearances in an unequal 5 positions: second baseman, left fielder, right fielder, third baseman, and first baseman. He won 2 Gold Glove awards when he was an outfielder in 1969 and 1970. In August 1989, his last year as a manager and 3 years after retiring as a player, in August 1989, Rose was penalized for permanent ineligibility from baseball amidst accusations that he gambled on baseball games while he played for and managed the Reds. The charges of wrongdoing included claims that he bet on his own team. In 1991, the Baseball Hall of Fame formally voted to ban those on the permanently ineligible list from induction, after previously excluding such players by an informal agreement among voters. After years of public denial, he admitted in 2004 that he bet on baseball and on the Reds. The issue of his election to the Hall of Fame remains contentious throughout baseball. So Rose died in his home in Las Vegas earlier today on Monday, September 30th, 2024, at the age of 83. A cause of death was not immediately known. He had attended an autograph event in Franklin, Tennessee the day prior. He was the first player to die while still ineligible after being banned by one of Landis' successors. The first player to die while still ineligible since Jimmy O'Connell's death in 1976. And the first person formerly associated with Major League Baseball to die while still ineligible since William D. Cox's death in 1989. So, Pete Rose died earlier today at the age of 80. Pete Rose died at the age of 80. Pete Rose died earlier today at the age of 83 in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that's 2 famous Americans that we've lost earlier today. Both NBA legend Dikembe Mutombo and MLB Major League Baseball legend Pete Rose. And now, finally, gives you weather. Because every now and then we hear about famous Americans that we've known for that's passed away. I I said I'd give you some information on those. Now here's your weather. Dry conditions will continue tonight with temperatures falling into the mid to upper 60s. And here are your averages and records for this last day of September. Normal high is 85, normal low is 62. 99 degrees is the record high set on this date back in 1953. 42 degrees is the record low set on this date back in 1984. So we are not under any watches or warnings here on this last night of September. Of course, you find one small pocket of shower in a portion of south central Arkansas. If you look on the Shreveport radar, otherwise, basically, much of our entire area is all quiet. And also, it's also turned out to be a quiet Monday night across and on the regional radar, with the exception of a few intermittent showers, especially what you find in south central Arkansas, and also a portion of eastern Mississippi into Alabama, pockets of showers and along the Florida Gulf Coast. That's the south of the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. So reasons for, now of course, the reason we're seeing very warm days, excuse me, and of course lately we've been in the pattern of seeing unusually warm days. It's due to this upper level ridge of high pressure, which is keeping us high and dry. But the tropics are unusually busy in the tropics. I have a number of tropical systems I want to tell you guys about. But of course, but so far today it's been turned out to be a very nice but kind of unusually warm day. So temperatures, and then we started off somewhere in the mid 60s, but thanks to plenty of sunshine and not much in the way of sunshine, along with a few clouds, temperatures have warmed well into the 90s. Of course, normally we should now be at 85 degrees, so we were well above normal today. So we saw a high temperature day of 93 degrees. We warmed to a high temperature of 93 degrees earlier today in Shreveport with low humidity. Temperature outside on this Monday night is 75 degrees with clear skies. Winds are calm, humidity 60. Temperature outside on this Monday night is 75 degrees with clear skies. Winds are calm, humidity is 65%, dew point is 63 degrees. Barometric pressure is at 29.96 inches of mercury. So it's a clear and calm but kind of warm night. Helene remnants push east. Heat wave continues in the southwest. Critical fire weather in the high plains. Helene remains push east. Heat wave continues in the southwest. Critical fire weather in high plains. The remnants of Helene will push offshore Tuesday as a cold front shifts across the eastern U.S. A late season heat wave continues over parts of central and southern California and the desert southwest until Friday. Dry fields and windy conditions over parts of the northern high plains again Tuesday will support elevated to critical fire weather conditions. So some of us parts of our region so parts of our region. So that's the reason we're seeing these unusually warm temperatures into the 90s, and of course, let us see what is happening what is presently happening in the tropics. So we did have Hurricane Isaac and Tropical Storm Joyce, but these systems, so we did have Category 2 Hurricane Isaac, which transitioned into a post-tropical cyclone early this morning, and also we have Tropical Storm Joyce, which weakened to a tropical depression yesterday and degenerated into a remnant low sometime earlier this afternoon. But we now have Tropical Storm Kirk. I'm going to give you guys the very latest on Tropical Storm Kirk. On Friday, the National Hurricane Center noted that an area of low pressure could form over the eastern tropical. On Friday, the National Hurricane Center noted that an area of low pressure could form over the eastern tropical Atlantic the next week. Early the next day, they began monitoring a broad area of low pressure producing limited shower activity west of Cabo Verde. As showers and thunderstorms associated with the disturbance became better organized, on yesterday, satellite imagery revealed that the disturbance's circulation is becoming better defined. As a result, later that day, it developed into Tropical Depression 12. The next day, it developed into the next day, which of course would be today, it developed into Tropical Storm Kirk. Amidst quite conducive environmental environmental conditions, Kirk strengthened at a quick pace with the National Hurricane Center noting that a partial eye wall early on today, Monday, September 30th. So I'm going to give you guys the very latest on. So with Isaac and Joyce, neither of those systems have made direct landfall, unlike Helene. So the remnants of Helene, which brought caused such catastrophic conditions last week over the which has caused such catastrophic conditions late last week over the portions of the southeastern U.S., including Florida. The remnants continue to move further northeastward. So here's the very latest on what is now Tropical Storm Kirk. Tropical Storm Kirk is currently located approximately 860 miles from the Cabo Verde Islands. The maximum sustained winds are 60 miles per hour with wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. The system is moving from the west at 9 miles per hour, and barometric pressure is at 29.68 inches of mercury. So fortunately, we have just one tropical system that's currently in the tropics. Although the tropics do remain unusually busy with Kirk. So with the dissipation of Isaac and Joyce, what we have experienced the past few days after dangerous and catastrophic Helene, we now have post-tropical. So we've had Helene, which had major hurricane Helene, which caused such catastrophic and destructive damage across parts of the southeast, including Florida. Still, thousands of people are without power, unfortunately. So pray for our condolences, families and friends who have been affected by Helene. And we've also had Category 2 Hurricane Isaac, along with Tropical Storm Joyce, which have both dissipated. Now we have Tropical Storm Kirk. And the next storm on the list, we have another tropical system arriving later. This could affect in the Western Caribbean sometime later this week. So this is why it's very important to watch what is actually developing in the tropics. So we now actually have So, and of course, the next storm after Kirk will receive the name Leslie. So the second half of this hurricane season is becoming increasingly active. So the only storm, so the only storm we have on the list is now active, which is Kirk. And the next thing storm on the list will receive the name Leslie. So I'll give you guys another update on what is happening in the tropics, or whether or not will we have Leslie, because Leslie comes after Kirk among this season's names. And of course, and like we still have now, even though today's the last day of September, we still need to continue to monitor what is happening in the tropics, because 2 months from today is when the official hurricane season ends. So we still have 2 months left remaining in this year's Atlantic hurricane season. So as of today, we still have 2 months remaining. Let's see. So throughout the next 2 months, October and November, the final 2 months of the season, we still need to monitor and see what is happening in the tropics. Now let's talk about your weather here at home. So tonight, it will be humid tonight with clear skies. So we should now be in the lower 60s for overnight lows. But instead, we're going to be a few degrees above normal. Tonight, with the low temperature 67 degrees, it will be mostly clear and humid with the tonight's low temperature 67 degrees with the light east wind, and we're not expecting any rain. And of course, tomorrow, going into your Tuesday, of course, as we begin the month of October. So hard to believe we're exiting September tonight, and we're starting off. So we will begin the month of October tomorrow. So tomorrow, welcome to tomorrow, welcome to October. So we will start the month of October. Start off the month of October being on a very warm note with plenty of sunshine. We'll top out it with a high temperature of 93 degrees with the northeast wind at 8 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain. So we've concluded the month of September on a dry note, and most likely we will begin the month of October on a rather dry note as well. So of course we're expecting mostly clear skies through the overnight hours tonight, with temperatures falling anywhere from the upper 60s to low 70s. So we begin tomorrow morning. So heading to the next day of work and school. Of course, we'll have the Red River Revel happening downtown at Festival Plaza all through the week. If you folks should go out and go and check that out. Should be great weather for it. So we'll start off tomorrow morning 6 a.m. with the temperature is 68 degrees with mostly clear skies. Around 9 a.m. tomorrow with sunshine, we should be up to 76 degrees. Noon tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 88 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 93 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 89 degrees. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with clear skies, we should be at 80 degrees. So once again, temperatures over the next several days will likely be at or at least a few degrees above normal. Normally on the average, we should be in the mid 80s by now. But instead, we're going to be well above that. So it looks like these unusually. So it looks like, so with these temperatures that I have for you guys over the next several days, we're holding on to summer. So it looks like, unfortunately, that summer never really wants to give up. So it looks like that. So it looks like we're gonna enter the month of October with a stretch of very warm weather, and also unfortunately it doesn't look like that we're gonna have much a chance of rain on the way. Let's see if I can. So once again tomorrow, so here's what the next 7 and 10 days are looking like for us. So after low temperature night 67 degrees, it will be humid with mostly clear skies. Low temperature night 67 degrees. That is like 5 degrees above what our normal low temperature should be for this time of year. Tomorrow, as we begin the month of October, it's gonna be we're gonna have a very warm start to October with plenty of sunshine tomorrow as we begin the month of October. Very warm, plenty of sunshine. High of 93, low of 68. Winds will be from the northeast at 8 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. So we're gonna start the month of October quite warm and dry. Going to your Wednesday, it will be warm and less humid. It would be warm and not as humid with plenty of sunshine. Warm and weather, nice and comfortable with plenty of sunshine. With the high of 89, low of 61. Winds will be from the northeast at 7 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. And of course, on Thursday, it will be a very warm day for us with mostly sunny skies. High of 95, low of 65. Winds will be from the east at 5 miles per hour, and no rain is expected. I mean, I know it should not be 95 this time of year. That's quite unusual to start as we go into the first few days of October. Now, of course, going to your Friday, once again, it's going to be another very warm day for us with mostly sunny skies. High of 94, low of 68. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 7 miles per hour. I'm going to put your rain chance only at 10% going into your Saturday. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm going to put in a 10% chance of rain going into your Friday. It's mostly sunny and very warm, high of 94, low of 68. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain, I'm putting it at a 10%. Of course, to your Saturday will be mostly sunny, very warm, mostly sunny and very warm. As we head into the upcoming weekend, high of 91, low of 68. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour, and no rain is expected. Sunday, a very warm day for us with plenty of sunshine, high of 93, low of 68. Winds will be from the northeast at 7 miles per hour, no rain is expected. And of course, going to the start of next week, Even we'll still experience summer-like readings as we head into the start of next week. It will be a very warm day for us with plenty of sunshine. High of 91, low of 64. Winds will be from the northeast at 7 miles per hour, and no rain is expected. Looks like that the unusual warmth, that the abnormal warmth will continue even to your Tuesday of next week with plenty of sunshine. Highs in the upper 80s and no rain is expected. And expect the dry weather to continue with dry weather to continue toward the middle of next week. This will be for next Wednesday, which is the 9th, with no rain expected. With plenty of sunshine, no rain is expected. Next Thursday, the 10th, plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the low 90s and no rain expected. So, at least for the third night in a row what to expect for the next 7 to 10 days. Once again, rain chances are not looking great at all. So we're about to get into an extended long stretch of dry weather as we go into the next several days. Starting with of course the last few days we've had an entire, both Thursday and Friday of last week were dry. We just had a dry weekend with temperatures. Last Thursday and Friday were both dry with highs in the 80s each day. Of course, we warmed into the 90s over the weekend with keeping things dry. And of course, we began this new work week earlier today on a rather hot and dry note. So even though we'll see seasonally mild to warm nighttime readings in the 60s, but daytime highs will be well into the 90s. We'll be way above normal the next several days. Now tomorrow we'll have a high temperature in the low 90s. But Wednesday will kind of have highs in the upper 80s. A little lower for Wednesday, but still staying above normal with highs in the upper 80s for Wednesday. And of course Thursday through at least Monday of next week, we should have highs in. So we'll be well into the mid 90s for both Thursday and Friday. And we'll kind of keep highs in the low to mid 90s beginning Thursday all the way through at least Monday. So we're looking at 6 out of 7 days we have high temperatures in the 90s. Despite that, so we have this unusual ridge of this ridge of high pressures was going to give us this unusually warm weather with highs generally in the low to mid 90s. So as we head into September, start of October, we shouldn't have sea temperatures quite so warm. At least, fortunately, these may be near records, but these, fortunately, hopefully we don't end up breaking our time records due to this unusual late season warmth. So we'll be dealing with several days of unusual late season warmth. Now your rain chances, they're not looking great. So we're about to get into an extended long stretch of dry weather. So if you've enjoyed most of sunny skies and your unusually warm temperatures today, we're gonna have similar conditions tomorrow, lasting all through the week. Maybe that high of 89 that I have in the forecast for Wednesday may provide some relief. But other than that, the only rain, so it looks like no rain expected from Tuesday through at least the beginning of next week, maybe even through the most of next week. The only rain chance that I have is the 10%, and that's for your Friday. But even then, still for like since my videos since late last week, I have not had given estimated rainfall totals of any. So again, tonight, no estimated rainfall total for the next several days. We're keeping things totally dry. Looks like that our dry spell could last even into much of next week. So we're about to begin the month of October quite warm and dry, weather almost hot and dry. So we're about to get into a excuse me. Start the month of October off on an unusually hot and dry note, with highs generally in the 90s each day. Save for Wednesday, we'll have highs in the upper 80s, but Thursday through at least early next week should have highs in 90s each day. Okay, we could get as high as 95 for Thursday. Of course, that is not October, so we have several days of near wall-to-wall sunshine. So have those sunglasses out. So, and of course, it is fall, and of course, we should have temperatures feeling more like fall. So, still, even through the late next week, I do not see any signs. Maybe the forecast models will change in the coming days, but I still do not see any signs of immediate. Excuse me, I do not see any signs of any true fall weather arriving just yet. So it may be feeling like fall to you with lows in the 60s that I have, including our lowest temperature 61, and that may be more more fitting for late September and early October, but daytime highs will be more relevant to what we typically see either in late August or earlier in September. More likely will be more relevant to what we see during the latter part of August, especially rather than as we go into the start of October. So we'll have highs in the 90s generally each day. Basically, over the next several days, we'll see temperatures above normal. So we'll kind of stay above normal with daytime highs each day with not a drop of rain expected. Another recap. Okay, now here's a recap of this past Saturday's LSU game. So LSU scored 21 points in the first quarter over South Alabama. Scored an additional 14 points, but Alabama scored 3. And that's what gave LSU the 35-3 score at halftime. In the third quarter, LSU did not score. South Alabama scored, so that's what Alabama scored. So that's what gave LSU still 35-10 at the end of the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, LSU scored 7 points, but South Alabama did not score. So LSU scored. LSU won the game. Final score is 42-10. And what's next for LSU is that the Tigers will. So the LSU Tigers will have a bye week this upcoming Saturday, and the next game and next opponent with LSU will be an SEC matchup. They would not be played until Saturday, October 12th at noon, and it will be on the SEC Network. LSU Tigers will have an early day game on October 12th. So LSU Tigers about to head into their first bye week into their first of 2 bye weeks of this season. So LSU will rest. Now let's see how our NFL teams did for Sunday for Week 4. And of course, excuse me. So Week 4 of the 2024. So here's your NFL week. Here's your NFL Week 4 recap. NFL Week 4 Sunday recap. So the Atlanta Falcons defeat the New Orleans Saints by 26-24, which drops the Saints to 2-2 for the season. So the New Orleans Saints struggled only by 2 points over the Atlanta Falcons. So Atlanta defeated Falcons defeated the Saints 26-24. That's what drops the Saints to 2-2. The Chicago Bears defeated the Los Angeles Rams. Final score 24-18. The Minnesota Vikings defeated the Green Bay Packers by 2 points, 31-29. Of course, with the Vikings victory, so the Vikings remain undefeated. The Houston Texans took the victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-20. The Washington Commanders, the best record in the NFC East so far this season. The Commanders defeated the Cardinals 42-14. San Francisco 49ers took the victory over the New England Patriots 30-13. Las Vegas Raiders took a victory over the Cleveland Browns 20-16. The Kansas City Chiefs also remained undefeated by winning over the Los Angeles Chargers 17-10. Of course, I watched that game yesterday afternoon. And last night's Sunday Night Football matchup, the Baltimore Ravens have given the Buffalo Bills the first loss of the season. The Ravens defeated the Bills 35-10. And also earlier tonight, there were 2 NFL games played. Tennessee Titans have taken the victory over the Miami Dolphins 31-12. And also, Detroit Lions win over the Seattle Seahawks 42-29. So, both Detroit and Seattle sitting at records of 3-1. And of course, the Titans have won their first game of the season over Miami earlier this evening. Both teams are 1-3 so far. So after the Seattle and Detroit game played on the second of two of tonight's Monday night doubleheader, that's what ends NFL Week 4. And of course, later this week, when NFL Week 5 begins, later this week, we have the NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tampa Bay. Later this week, when NFL Week 5 begins, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Atlanta Falcons. That game will begin at 7:15 p.m. on Amazon Prime. And of course, the Dallas Cowboys will have a Sunday night game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the New Orleans Saints will also have a Monday night game next week when they play against the Kansas City Chiefs. And next Monday night. So the Cowboys will have a game on the road when they play the Steelers. And the Saints also will have a game on the road when they play the Kansas City Chiefs next for the Monday Night Football game in a week from tonight. And again, so once again, we'd like to send our condolences, prayers, and thoughts out to former NBA legend Dikembe Mutombo, and also Major League Baseball legend of the Cincinnati Reds, Pete Rose. They both have passed away earlier today. So today's kind of been like a sad day in the sports industry. Both Dikembe Mutombo and Pete Rose on this last day of September. And of course, so we're still watching the tropics to see what it's likely going to be happening later this week as another strong tropical low in the waters of the Gulf that's caused by they could receive the name Leslie. So even though two storms have dissipated with Isaac and Joyce, we now have Kurt. Good evening to you, Jessica. How are you doing tonight? How was your day today? So we now have Tropical Storm Kurt in the tropics. So I'll give you guys an update on it throughout the day tomorrow. And of course, any other tropical systems that we have developing throughout the remainder of this week. And of course, also here, our weather here is going to be unusually hot and dry with summer-like readings as we head into October, with highs generally in the 90s each day. It is fall, and you're thinking that we should be cooler. This time of year it should be cooler. People should be wearing. We should have. So, who knows when these cool nights and mild days are coming? So it's been another day of summer. We had a high temperature of 93 degrees in Shreveport earlier today, and we are expecting similar conditions tomorrow going into your Tuesday. So next several days we're not. And so if you prefer sunshine, looks like that's what's going to be in the forecast with no rain expected. So it's going to be a mainly hot and dry week. So if you're liking hot and dry conditions well into the fall, then that's the forecast that I will have. Highs generally in the upper 80s and 90s each day, with no rain expected for at least the next week and a half. I'll keep you guys update in my video for you guys tomorrow night. And also in my national day calendar, I will have the, like I did at the start of each month, have the background overview and history of the month of October, like I did at the start of each month. So that's basically all that I want to cover and share with you guys here on this last day of September. Hard to believe that we only have 3 months left to go in this year, 2024. It's flying by fast. But that's all the time that I have for you guys here on this Monday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.